I once had a patient, an elderly gentleman, who could barely walk down his front steps because of arthritis pain. His nights were restless, his mornings stiff. But then, after a simple change, eating a banana in a particular way, he came back weeks later moving freely, smiling like he had turned back the clock. That moment stayed with me. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, a longevity doctor with decades of experience helping seniors find simple, science-backed solutions to live pain-free and energetic lives. And today, I'm joined by someone very special, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a Japanese physician and longevity expert who has inspired millions with his wisdom on healthy aging. Together, we're going to talk about a surprising discovery: how eating bananas the right way can reduce arthritis pain overnight. Yes, overnight. We'll explore why this works, the science behind it, and what you can expect if you try it for yourself. Stay with us, because the way you eat this everyday fruit could make all the difference in your joints, your sleep, and your mornings. Dr. Hinohara, I've treated thousands of seniors, and arthritis is one of the most common complaints. Stiff fingers, aching knees, swollen joints. It can feel like a prison. But you've spoken about something as simple as bananas offering relief. Tell us, what's really happening here?
Howard, you're absolutely right. Arthritis is a huge problem for seniors, but sometimes the solution doesn't have to be complicated. Bananas are rich in potassium and magnesium. These minerals help reduce inflammation, relax tight muscles, and even lower fluid retention around the joints. There's a fascinating study in the Journal of Nutrition and Health that shows seniors with higher potassium intake report less pain and improved mobility.
That's incredible. But here's the part that surprises people. You say it's not just eating a banana, it's how you eat it. Can you explain that?
Yes. The key is timing and pairing. Eating a ripe banana before bed helps regulate serotonin and melatonin. That improves sleep, which is when the body repairs inflamed tissues. And if you pair it with a small glass of warm water, it speeds absorption of minerals into the bloodstream. So instead of pain keeping you awake, you're actually reducing inflammation while you sleep.
So seniors watching this might be thinking, bananas before bed plus hydration equals joint relief by morning?
Exactly. And it's not just folk wisdom. A study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that magnesium-rich foods before bedtime reduced inflammatory markers in arthritis patients. The banana is simply nature's gentle way of delivering this therapy.
That's powerful. And I love how uplifting this is. We're not talking about expensive treatments or risky drugs. We're talking about something simple, affordable, and accessible.
Yes, and the best part, this habit helps not just the joints, but the heart, the brain, and even digestion. It's a small step that creates big change.
Let's start with the problem. Arthritis doesn't just cause pain, it steals freedom. Seniors wake up with stiff knees. Simple tasks like opening a jar or climbing stairs feel impossible.
Exactly. Arthritis affects millions of older adults. The joints get inflamed, cartilage wears down, the body responds with swelling and pain. And when the pain becomes chronic, it disrupts sleep, drains energy, and lowers quality of life.
I've seen that. Patients tell me they feel trapped inside their own body. Medications help, but they often bring side effects, stomach issues, dizziness, even heart risks. That's why we look for safer, natural options.
And that's where bananas come in. People see them as just a snack, but they're actually a therapeutic food. They contain potassium, magnesium, vitamin B6, and antioxidants. Each of these plays a role in calming inflammation and supporting the nervous system.
Let's talk potassium first. Most seniors are deficient. Potassium reduces sodium buildup in the body. Less sodium means less swelling in the joints. In fact, a clinical trial in Annals of the Rheumatic Diseases showed that higher potassium intake directly lowered arthritis pain scores.
Magnesium is just as important. It helps muscles relax and eases stiffness. A study in the Journal of Nutrition linked magnesium-rich diets to lower C-reactive protein levels, which is a marker of inflammation. That means magnesium literally quiets the body's inflammatory response.
And when you combine these nutrients in one food, You get a natural anti-inflammatory effect. That's why bananas are so powerful. But there's another part of the story: timing.
Yes. Eating a banana before bed has special benefits. At night, the body enters repair mode. Tissues regenerate, hormones balance, and inflammation subsides. Bananas contain tryptophan, which boosts serotonin and later converts to melatonin. This helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Good sleep allows the body to reduce joint inflammation more effectively.
So it's not just nutrition, it's also rhythm. The right food at the right time amplifies healing. That explains why many seniors notice improvement overnight.
Correct, I've seen patients who were struggling with nightly joint pain. After adding a ripe banana before bed, within days, their pain reduced and their sleep improved. Science supports this too. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that evening intake of magnesium-rich foods improved inflammatory markers by morning.
That's powerful, and it's encouraging for seniors. No expensive supplements, no complicated routines. Just a ripe banana and a glass of warm water before bed.
Simple changes often bring the biggest relief. And this isn't only for arthritis. Bananas support heart health, digestion, and even mood. But for seniors battling nightly pain, this small step can feel like a miracle.
Now, let's talk about the how. Because just grabbing a banana and eating at any time of day doesn't give the same effect. Timing and preparation matter. Seniors need to know the right way to make this work.
That's right, the first key is ripeness. A banana with brown spots fully ripe has higher levels of antioxidants and more bioavailable nutrients. These spots indicate increased dopamine and catecholamines, which act as natural anti-inflammatory agents. Green bananas, on the other hand, are harder to digest and don't provide the same joint relief.
So seniors should look for ripe bananas with a few brown speckles, not overripe and mushy. That's the sweet spot.
Exactly. The second key is pairing. Eating the banana with a small glass of warm water enhances absorption. Warm water relaxes the digestive system, allowing potassium and magnesium to enter the bloodstream more efficiently. Cold water, in contrast, can slow digestion and reduce nutrient uptake.
Interesting. So a ripe banana plus warm water before bed is what sets the stage for overnight repair. But what about quantity?
For most seniors, one medium banana is enough. It provides about 400 milligrams of potassium and 30 milligrams of magnesium. That's enough to make a measurable difference. Eating too many can raise blood sugar, especially for people with diabetes. Moderation's key.
And let's not forget fiber. Bananas provide resistant starch and soluble fiber. That stabilizes blood sugar overnight, preventing those spikes and crashes that can worsen inflammation.
Correct. And there's another hidden benefit. Bananas feed the gut microbiome. A healthier gut reduces systemic inflammation, which means less joint pain. Studies in the British Journal of Nutrition confirm that prebiotic fibers, like those found in bananas, lower inflammation throughout the body.
Now, let's talk about common mistakes. Because I know many seniors think they're doing the right thing but miss the mark.
The first mistake is eating bananas on an empty stomach in the morning and expecting joint relief. That helps energy but doesn't target inflammation. The repair process is strongest at night.
Another mistake is eating unripe bananas. They can cause bloating and stomach discomfort, which only adds to the problem.
Yes. And some people combine bananas with heavy dairy at night. That can slow digestion and lead to acid reflux, disrupting sleep. For arthritis relief, keep it simple. Banana plus warm water.
So we've got the recipe: ripe banana, warm water, and bedtime timing. But seniors listening may wonder, how fast can they expect results?
Many notice less stiffness within a few nights. Others take a week or two. The key is consistency. Night after night, the minerals build up, inflammation lowers, and pain subsides.
That's powerful. It means seniors can try this at home, safely, and without waiting months for results.
Exactly. And the beauty is, even if pain relief takes time, they're still improving sleep, digestion, and heart health. It's a win-win.
Let's dive into the science. Seniors often ask me, how can one banana really make a difference against something as stubborn as arthritis? The answer lies in inflammation. That's the root cause of arthritis pain.
Yes. When the immune system misfires, it sends inflammatory chemicals into the joints. This leads to swelling, stiffness, and pain. Over time, cartilage wears down and bones rub together. That's what causes the sharp aches and reduced mobility.
Most prescription drugs for arthritis aim to stop this inflammation. Painkillers block the pain signals. Anti-inflammatories, like NSAIDs, reduce swelling, but they come with risks: bleeding ulcers, kidney strain, heart issues.
Exactly. And that's why food-based solutions are so valuable. Bananas don't just cover up the pain, they target inflammation at the source. The potassium helps balance sodium. Too much sodium is linked with joint swelling. By restoring the balance, potassium reduces the fluid buildup that presses on nerves.
And magnesium works differently. It acts on the nervous system, calming overactive pain signals. It also lowers levels of C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation. Clinical studies in the Journal of Nutrition show people with higher magnesium intake have significantly lower CRP.
Yes, and we can't ignore serotonin and melatonin. Bananas increase serotonin in the brain. That lifts mood and reduces the stress response. Stress itself fuels inflammation. When stress hormones drop, the body heals more efficiently. Then melatonin steps in, promoting deep sleep. And deep sleep is when the body clears toxins and repairs damaged tissues.
So it's a double benefit. Bananas calm the nerves and fuel overnight repair. Seniors get both better sleep and less pain.
Right, and that's something pills can't always provide. Medications may dull pain, but they don't improve sleep quality. In fact, many disrupt it. Bananas, in contrast, help the body's natural cycles.
There's also evidence that antioxidants in bananas fight oxidative stress. That's another factor in arthritis. When free radicals damage joint tissues, inflammation rises. The antioxidants neutralize those radicals, protecting the cartilage.
Correct. A study in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that diets rich in antioxidant fruits reduced arthritis flare-ups. Bananas, being high in dopamine compounds when ripe, act like tiny shields for the joints.
So what we're seeing is a synergy. Minerals reduce swelling, antioxidants protect tissues, hormone precursors improve sleep and mood. All together, that creates overnight relief.
And importantly, bananas don't carry the risks that many seniors fear. No bleeding ulcers, no kidney strain, no drug interactions, just natural safe support for the joints.
That's why I tell my patients, food can be medicine. The right food at the right time can often rival the effects of pills.
And bananas are the perfect example. Simple, affordable, and available everywhere. Yet when used wisely, they can deliver life-changing benefits.
Let's bring this down to real life. I've seen seniors who struggled for years with joint pain. Some of them had almost given up hope. But when they made this small change with bananas, the results were surprising.
I've seen that too. One woman in her late 70s could hardly bend her fingers in the morning. Opening a jar was painful. She started eating one ripe banana every night before bed, followed by warm water. Within 2 weeks, her stiffness was noticeably better. She told me she could finally write letters again without cramping.
That's incredible. I had a patient, a retired teacher, who couldn't walk more than a block because of knee arthritis. Pain would wake him up at night. After adding a banana bedtime routine, his mornings changed. He was walking around his neighborhood again within a month.
These are not isolated cases. There's research backing this. A clinical trial in India found that patients with chronic arthritis who added potassium-rich foods reported lower pain scores. Their mobility improved without additional medication. Bananas were one of the primary foods recommended.
And it's not just the joints. Many seniors tell me they sleep better. Less tossing and turning, less waking up from pain. Better rest means they wake with more energy, and that creates a positive cycle. Less pain leads to better sleep, and better sleep leads to less pain.
Exactly. One man in his 80s told me he hadn't had a full night's sleep in years. Arthritis woke him at 2 a.m. every night. After starting this banana routine, he slept through the night 3 times in 1 week. For him, that was a miracle.
And the beauty is, it's so simple. Seniors often feel overwhelmed with complicated diets or supplements. But this is one banana, 1 glass of warm water, no complicated recipe, no side effects.
Right. And it empowers people. Instead of feeling helpless against arthritis, they feel like they're doing something proactive. That shift in mindset matters. Studies show people who believe in their ability to improve their health actually experience better outcomes.
I've seen that. A small win, like reduced stiffness, can lift someone's confidence. They start moving more. Maybe they take longer walks. Maybe they stretch again. And movement itself helps keep arthritis under control.
Yes, it's about momentum. One change leads to another. And that's why I believe in sharing stories. Real seniors, real results. It shows what's possible.
So if you're listening, think about this. Could tonight be the first night you try it? A ripe banana, a glass of warm water, and restful sleep. Tomorrow morning, you may feel a little lighter, a little freer.
And in the next section, we'll explain how this routine compares to other natural remedies and how you can combine it with lifestyle habits to get even greater relief.
We've talked about bananas as a simple, natural way to ease arthritis pain. But seniors always ask me, how does this compare to other natural remedies? There are so many tips out there. Turmeric, ginger, omega-3s, herbal teas. Where do bananas fit in?
That's a great question. Turmeric and ginger are powerful anti-inflammatories. Studies in the Arthritis Foundation journal show curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, reduces joint pain. Omega-3s from fish oil also lower inflammation. But here's the difference. Bananas target multiple systems at once.
Explain that.
Turmeric works on inflammatory pathways. Omega-3s reduce cytokines. But bananas don't just lower inflammation. They also support sleep, regulate electrolytes, stabilize blood sugar, and feed gut bacteria. It's a holistic effect. One banana addresses 4 or 5 arthritis triggers at the same time.
So while turmeric might act like a laser, bananas act like a whole toolbox.
Exactly. And that's why results can show up so quickly. Seniors notice their joints feel looser, but they also sleep better and digest food more easily. It's a broad-spectrum remedy.
I also tell my patients, don't think of bananas as replacing other remedies. They can be combined. For example, you can eat a banana at night, and during the day add ginger tea or turmeric in your meals. Together, they amplify results.
Yes. In fact, combining foods is often the best approach. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and anti-inflammatory spices works like a symphony. Each ingredient plays its part. Bananas happen to be one of the easiest, most accessible instruments in that orchestra.
And let's be honest, bananas are affordable. Not every senior can buy high-quality fish oil or specialty herbs, but bananas are everywhere. That makes them a practical choice.
True. And we can't forget hydration. Many seniors don't drink enough water, which worsens stiffness. That's why we recommend pairing bananas with warm water at night. It's a simple habit that multiplies the effect.
Another point, bananas are gentle. Some seniors can't tolerate strong spices like turmeric or ginger. Fish oil may cause stomach upset, but bananas are well tolerated by almost everyone.
Yes, unless someone has diabetes or kidney disease, where potassium intake must be monitored. In those cases, seniors should speak with a doctor first. But for the majority, it's safe.
So what we're saying is, bananas aren't just another remedy. They're a foundation. They can stand alone or be combined with others for greater power.
Correct. And that's what makes them unique, that they're not exotic. They're not expensive, but they're effective, and when seniors make them a nightly routine, they set the stage for long-term relief.
We've shown how bananas reduce arthritis pain overnight, but let's go further, because food alone isn't the full story. Lifestyle habits make the difference between temporary relief and lasting freedom from joint pain.
That's right, arthritis responds best to a combination of nutrition, movement, and rest. The banana routine gives the body nutrients and better sleep. But during the day, seniors need to keep joints moving. Otherwise, stiffness sets in again.
Movement doesn't have to mean heavy exercise. I tell my patients, gentle stretching, walking, even light yoga can help. When joints stay active, blood flow improves. That delivers more nutrients to cartilage and removes waste products.
Exactly. A study in the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine showed seniors who walked at least 30 minutes a day had lower arthritis pain scores compared to those who stayed sedentary. It's simple. Motion is lotion for the joints.
I love that phrase. Motion is lotion, and it ties back to the banana. Seniors who sleep better from the banana routine often feel more energy. That extra energy makes it easier to walk, stretch, or do light chores. The cycle feeds itself.
Yes. Another habit is hydration. Dehydration thickens joint fluid, making movement harder. Pairing bananas with warm water at night is great, but seniors should also sip water steadily throughout the day. Not too much at once. Steady hydration keeps joints lubricated.
And let's not forget, weight management. Even a small reduction in body weight can take pressure off the knees and hips. A 10-pound loss reduces knee stress by 40 pounds. Bananas help here too, because their fiber keeps you full and reduces snacking on sugary foods.
Correct. Stress management is another hidden factor. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which worsens inflammation. Seniors who practice relaxation, breathing, meditation, or even listening to music reduce pain flare-ups. Bananas help by boosting serotonin, which naturally calms the body.
So we're seeing a pattern. Bananas give the body a nightly reset. Then daily habits, movement, hydration, stress reduction, support that reset. Together they create long-lasting relief.
That's the holistic approach. One patient of mine combined the banana routine with a daily 20-minute walk and light stretching before bed. In 3 months, she cut her arthritis medication in half, with her doctor's guidance.
That's inspiring, and it shows that small, consistent changes add up. Seniors don't need radical overhauls, just steady, simple steps.
Yes, bananas provide the spark. Lifestyle habits keep the flame burning. That combination transforms arthritis from a daily burden into a manageable condition.
We've covered a lot today. Let's bring the pieces together. Seniors often feel arthritis is something they just have to live with, but what we've shared proves there are simple ways to fight back.
Yes. The banana routine is easy. 1 ripe banana, a glass of warm water, taken before bed. That small habit gives the body potassium, magnesium, fiber, and antioxidants. It supports sleep, reduces inflammation, and nourishes the joints overnight.
And the results speak for themselves. Less stiffness in the morning, better rest, more energy to move. It's a routine that doesn't cost much and doesn't come with side effects.
Exactly. And it's not only about bananas. When seniors combine this routine with daily habits, walking, stretching, steady hydration, stress relief, the results multiply. The joints stay flexible. Pain becomes manageable. Life feels lighter again.
I've seen seniors go from struggling to climb stairs to enjoying walks with their grandchildren, not because of expensive treatments, but because of consistent small steps like this.
And that's the key, consistency. 1 night helps, a week helps more, a month creates lasting change. The body responds when it's given the right support day after day.
So here's the message to everyone listening. Arthritis doesn't have to define your life. Relief can start with something as simple as a banana at night.
And when you believe in that possibility, you open the door to healing. The science supports it, the stories prove it, the choice is in your hands.
We've reached the end of today's conversation, and I hope seniors listening feel encouraged. Arthritis pain doesn't have to control your nights or your mornings. Relief can begin with the simplest of steps.
Yes. One ripe banana, a glass of warm water. Taken before bed. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, but it works with your body's natural rhythms to reduce inflammation, improve sleep, and bring back energy.
And beyond bananas, we've shown that lifestyle choices matter. Movement keeps joints flexible. Hydration keeps them lubricated. Stress relief keeps inflammation low. Together, these habits create long-term freedom.
The beauty is anyone can start tonight. You don't need special equipment. You don't need costly supplements. Just a trip to the kitchen and the willingness to try.
I want to leave listeners with this thought. Healing doesn't always come in big, dramatic moments. More often, it's built through small, steady choices, and those choices add up.
Exactly. Seniors who stay consistent find themselves waking with less pain, moving with more ease, and living with more joy. It's not magic, it's science, discipline, and hope working together.
So if you're listening, give yourself this gift tonight. Take that banana, drink that warm water, and allow your body the chance to heal as you sleep.
And remember, you're not powerless, you're not stuck. You have tools within your reach, and sometimes the smallest steps are the ones that change everything.
Thank you, Dr. Hinohara, for sharing your wisdom. And thank you to our listeners for joining us. Stay consistent, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward. Your best years can still be ahead.
Yes, aging with strength and peace is possible. And it can start with something as simple as a banana.
Until next time, this is Dr. Howard Tucker, wishing you health, energy, and the freedom to live fully, one night and one small step at a time.